Everybody, Jake Blickenstaff here, your West Georgia Realtor with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Metro Brokers, and this is another episode of West Georgia Buzz. Today, we're at Silverton Mortgage. I'm going to talk to Bobby Brent, a loan officer out here in Kennesaw, Georgia. So let's go inside and see what he has to say. What's up, everybody? Jake Blickenstaff here with Bobby Brent at Silverton Mortgage. Good to see you, Bobby.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it. So today I want to talk to you guys. He is a mortgage loan officer with Silverton Mortgage. So I know about you. Why don't you do me a favor and tell my audience a little bit more about kind of who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
My name is Bobby Brent. I'm a loan officer here at Silverton Mortgage. I help people finance homes. So what that really entails is I go through the process with them from start to finish. The reason I do it is I enjoy being part of the process, and especially one of the biggest purchases that a family will have together is buying a house, and being part of that process is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I agree. I talk to a lot of clients and customers kind of on a daily basis, along with different people from my audience that really feel that the home buying process can be extremely daunting, especially if you've never done it. So a lot of first-time home buyers. Can you, for my audience, help explain the mortgage process a little bit and kind of what all is involved in it?
Sure. The first step in the mortgage process is getting in touch with a lender, and the whole goal is to go through a pre-approval. So we're going to talk a little bit about your credit, your employment, your income, how you'd like to structure your loan, and to be able to show an agent that you're able to perform on a purchase. And then the ball becomes back in your court, where you're out showing them properties that they're interested in to hopefully gain and secure a contract, so we can go through that process as a team.
Okay, great. Would you be able to touch on some of the different loan programs that are available out there?
Yeah, there's several different types of loan programs that are out there. There's FHA loans, there's conventional Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loans. There's other different loans based on the location in which you're looking to buy, like USDA loans or VA loans for veterans. So we'll go through an application together and kind of go through all of the available options for you and show you, why you're choosing the loan program that you're applying for.
Now, would you agree that if somebody was in a situation where they're looking to kind of buy their first house, obviously there's the FHA loan, but USDA loans are also really popular. So can you kind of explain the differences between what would make one kind of better than the other?
USDA being more for rural areas, but the biggest kind of decision point is whether you're going to go with an FHA loan or a conventional loan. FHA is a little bit more lenient with credit scores, and it is a 3.5% down payment loan, which is a pretty low down payment loan. But if you've got really great credit, conventional now does allow you to purchase a house with as little as 3% down. So that's kind of one of the things that we'll do is look at all the different loan programs, look at them side by side, and make sure that you are choosing the one that's best for you, as well as knowing why you're choosing that one.
Yeah, I think education and knowledge about what options are out there is extremely important. And one of the common questions that I get from a lot of my clients are, I don't know if I should buy a house or if I should just continue renting. So one of the things that I try to explain to them is that if you really look at the costs associated, especially for like an FHA type loan, compared to getting into a rental property or renting a property, it's very similar in cost. So like you're usually going to have first and last month's rent along with a security deposit, and then you're probably going to be paying higher market value than you would if you were going to be, if you had a mortgage for a property. And then if we talk about kind of the FHA just a second ago, it's 3.5% down. So I mean, if you think about it, how much you're going to be spending on the front end might be a little bit more than renting, but what you're going to save on the back end, along with the equity that you're going to have in a house, it really winds up saving people a lot of money in the long run, in my opinion. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. One of the comparisons a lot of people make is the cost to rent versus the cost to own. Obviously when you're putting your money into home ownership, hopefully the market continues to appreciate and you'll gain equity. But, rent prices right now are through the roof. And if you look at, what you could get with a similar payment, you might be a little surprised.
Yeah, I agree. So tell me a little bit more about kind of your involvement with Silverton Mortgage, and is there anything that you guys do to potentially give back to the community at all?
Sure. One of the things that we do to give back to the community is we have the Silverton Foundation, and what that does is it helps families in need that have critically ill children, and it helps cover the costs of their mortgage payment, rent payment, or hotel payments. During a challenging time like that, we feel that we want those families that are in need to be able to be with their families instead of dealing with additional stress and burdens of getting behind on bills. So that's one of the things our company's pretty proud at being able to be a part of in the community.
Very cool. It sounds like definitely an amazing program. So I know in talks that we've had, what separates you in your business from other mortgage companies or lending businesses that are out there?
Well, we're a correspondent lender, so we underwrite our files in-house. We've got about a dozen or more different investors that we work with, so we can offer a lot of the loan programs out there. We're kind of a one-stop shop. Specifically, one of the things that we're doing is we have a new program called our Silverton Secure program. And what it does is it allows us to take a borrower and send them through the entire loan process up front. So instead of needing 30 days to close a mortgage loan, once you're through that process, you can close a loan in between 2 and 3 weeks. So in the market that we're in right now, which is an extremely aggressive seller's market, you're going to be competing against other offers. If it's a good priced home in a desirable location, there's going to be some activity on it. And if you can separate yourself by being able to close faster or get through with the program, and I can reach out to that listing agent and let them know that, hey, our client here has already been approved through underwriting, and yes, we really can close this quickly. I've definitely been able to save some deals and win some contracts for my clients because of that program that we're now offering.
Yeah, and I think that's really huge because, especially like you touched on, in this market that we're in right now, it's an extremely hot, extremely aggressive, massive seller's market. And so for anybody that's watching this that might not know exactly what that means is maybe a couple of years ago, there was a lot more inventory available in the market. So if you saw a house that you liked, you had time to be able to get your finances in order, get that offer on that house, and it wasn't an issue. But in today's market, just from what we have seen, it's extremely fast. So you really need to have kind of your ducks in a row before you're ready to go even look at houses. Because, and I tell my clients this all the time, while you're thumbing through Zillow and looking at houses, you might fall in love with one, but if you don't have your financial side done first and ready to go, then when you do go to actually look at that property that you like or that you've seen, there could be, like Bobby said, multiple offers already in place on that house. So the more attractive that you can make your offer as far as earnest money and having, like Bobby said, either pre-qualified, pre-approved, or go through the entire underwriting process in advance. So that way, when you do put your offer in place, that seller can see, hey, we're going to be able to close faster. They're already pre-approved, so we don't have to worry about the deal falling apart during due diligence due to a financial contingency. So that's definitely one of the most important things that I try to stress to people is that the more things that you can have on your side and leveraging your offer, the better that you're going to be. So normally what I like to do at the end, Bobby, is I try to offer my audience some kind of value or some kind of discount with anybody that we interview here on the show. So is there anything that you with Silverton Mortgage would be able to offer my audience?
Absolutely. What I'd like to offer you guys is if you reach out to myself and Jake and work with us on a transaction together, Silverton Mortgage will cover the cost of the appraisal, which, depending on the loan program, that's going to save you, around $400 or $500 of upfront out-of-pocket expense.
Wow, that is huge. So you guys heard it there. So If you are interested in looking at a home, or you're already looking at houses, but you haven't got the mortgage side taken care of yet, or maybe you're even already pre-qualified or pre-approved from another lender, it never hurts to get a second opinion or a second look at your situation. So if anybody wants to start their mortgage process, what's the best way to get in contact with you, Bobby?
Give me a call directly, 770-846-4610, and we'll get in touch and get started on the process together.
All right. Well, hey, I thank you for your time today, and definitely reach out to Bobby if you guys are just starting your home search process. It doesn't matter if you're 6 months or even a year out. Like Bobby said, you can get the complete underwriting done, and then once that's finished, then now it's just a matter of finding the house that you want. So this wraps it up for another episode of West Georgia Buzz, and we will definitely see you guys on the next one.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to thank you for checking out another episode of West Georgia Buzz. So now, I have a favor to ask. If you got some value out of this video or any of the other previous videos that I've shot, I need you to do me a favor and go back over to my page and hit the like button. The reason being is because the more likes that we can get, the better guests that we can get on the show. And with the better guests that we get on the show, the more free services or discounts that we can possibly provide you guys. So it works all together. And don't forget, if you have any questions with any real estate needs that you have, whether you're trying to buy or sell a house, make sure to shoot me a message and we'll take care of you there too. Have a great day.